on this channel. Me personally, I don't believe in elections. I believe there's selections. People are handpicked, orchestrated to put them into these positions of power and whatnot. Your vote means absolutely nothing. It's just the illusion of choice. But they were grooming Trump during that period of time. When you get bailed out by people of that position, you become a puppet for them. That's how it works. And so I wanted to see some of the stuff that he was talking about during that time and see if there's something that I can figure out from his up and coming to what we see happening, if there's a connection. And so what I found was this was an interview in 1985. It was a 1985 interview with Manhattan Inc. magazine. And it was specifically talking about, he was specifically talking about partnering with nuclear Russia to dominate third world countries. And so they were going through a bunch of stuff, and they asked, and he brought up something about the ultimate deal. And they asked, he said, the ultimate deal, Trump's plan, what is that? And Trump said, this is from his interview, maybe we should offer those countries something. I'm saying you start off as nicely as possible. You apply as much pressure as necessary until you achieve the goal. You start off telling them, let's get rid of it. If that doesn't work, then you start cutting off aid, and then more. You do whatever is necessary so those people will have riots in the streets so they can get water, so they can get Band-Aids, so they can't get food. Because that's the only thing that they're going to do it. The people, the riots. So his mentality back then was not only to team up with nuclear Russia, which again, if you want to dive into his history, he's got heavy ties to the Kremlin. He's got heavy ties to the Russian mafia and so on and so forth. We're not going to get into that stuff, but he has ties there. So team up with Russia and then get people to conform to your control, your authority by halting aid, halting food, halting water, and get them to riot in the streets. So that was back in 1985. Well, if we jump forward, this was an interview that he did in 2014 and said, Trump said in 2014, riots would fix economic crash and return country to when we were great. This was in 2014. This was just a couple years before his 2016 presidency. This is his call-in. This is a video from 2014, him talking about it.
Well, you know, Clayton, it is tough for the Republicans, I think, because a lot of people are in this category. You're talking about a big category, and if anybody comes out against it, or if anybody goes against the new Democratic line of stuff, they're going to be, it's going to be hard in certain areas. Now, you know what solves it? When the economy crashes, when the country goes to total hell, and everything is a disaster, then you'll have you'll have riots.
It has been reported that.
So when the country collapses, goes to total hell, and when there's riots in the streets, that'll make the country great again. Let me get rid of that video at the bottom. Can't get rid of, oh, there it is. That's what he said in 2014. Similar to his take in 1985. And what we are currently witnessing right now is, it looks like the beginnings of trying to make just that happen here in this country, doesn't it? With the restrictions that he's putting on food, the elimination of jobs, the economy is tanking, and the tariffs that he's imposing, all of these things. Is it possible that this is the plan, the ultimate deal that he's implementing? It says, in damning comments made on television in 2014, Trump told Fox News that total hell would make America great again. The then TV host made an appearance on Fox and Friends in February 2014 to condemn Obamacare and Americans who were not in work whilst backing Vladimir Putin's Russia. You know what solves it? When the economy crashes, when the economy goes to total hell and everything is a disaster, Trump said in 2014. Then you'll have riots to go back to where we were when we were great. But now U.S. President told Fox News that the Americans should give Russia a pass because we're going to win something important later on, and they won't be opposed to what we're doing. Is it possible that we are witnessing that ultimate deal being laid down in front of us right now in this country? Again, we have seen everything of the dismantling of the government. We've seen the deployment of these mercenaries around the country, as well as the federalization of the National Guard, and so on and so forth. And now we're starting to see everything being done to collapse the economy and so on and so forth.